Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Adams Rite number 24-0017-022-628. This is a faceplate is what it is. A very typical item that people will purchase. Building management, locksmiths, anyone who's servicing aluminum storefront hardware will potentially end up buying a standard faceplate like this. Okay, let's see here now. And this faceplate is going to include the two mounting screws. Those are likely to be 832 by 3/8 probably, would be my guess. Don't quote me on that, but I would bet that's what it is. Width of the faceplate, that's going to be 1 inch. Overall height of the faceplate, that's going to be, well, I think they call it 6 7/8 or 6 3/4. We'll review that. My tape measure is telling me 6 7/8. I think that's what the template says. This is for a standard duty 4510 Adams Rite latch. The 4510 is the standard latch. It's going to feature the bolt. It's going to feature the deadlocking tab. 2 screws up and down is 2 screws on the plate is a feature of the standard duty as well. This exact variant is a flat style plate. It's not radiused. It's not beveled. It's just flat. If you are installing a faceplate onto your aluminum storefront, most likely aluminum storefront, you'll want to make sure whether or not the door is beveled, and if it's beveled, the hand, you want to make sure if it's radiused, and if it's neither of those, then it would be the flat version. And here it is. Just a piece of extruded aluminum that's been worked or machined. 628 is the reference to the finish, which means clear anodized aluminum. It's an aluminum base material, and you can order this plate in 628 aluminum. I don't know if they'll call it 313 for dark bronze and 335 for black, or 130, 121, and 119. I'm not sure what they call these. Well, they call it the BHMA number 628. So let's switch to the screen view right now, and let's take a closer look at some supporting information. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Okay, so here's the item that we are looking at. Not much to really see here. Standard duty dead latch faceplate for the 4510, flat satin aluminum clear anodized. Let's look at some photographs before we get to these supporting documents. There's the item itself. Also a photograph of the screws that are included. Those screw heads will be in a complementary finish as well. Catalog pages for 4510. Let's just look at all three of these. This is just an overview of the 4510. And indeed, they show 6 7/8 on the height of that lock. Standard duty latch. I can't imagine how many trillions of tons of these have been manufactured over the decades. These are everywhere. Very typical, very common. Now, I also wanted to bring to your attention the options when it comes to the faceplate, because we talked about there being a flat, a radius, and a beveled faceplate. You can also get it with the inserted weather strip as well. And we'll see if we can find that part number for all those items. If you want to think about or look more closely at the 4510, you want to use the how to order section, and this would give you the entire lock. And of course the faceplate would be part of that. Let's also now look at the installation instructions for the 4510. Not much to really see here, except that they do call out, you know, the installation of the plate here. Then finally there's the template for the 4700. There is a heavy-duty version of the 4500. I know of it as the 4900. I don't think it takes the same faceplate though, so we'll take a look at that also in a moment. Now there is a link below this video here to the manufacturer's page. That's where you can pull up not only all of the Adams Rite products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. But they have the parts list that's here. And let's type in 4510. Well, that's not good. This material may not be in our catalog at all, which I'm not surprised to learn because not everything is in this catalog, this parts list. So I've searched for 24-0017-022. Yeah, it shows up one time for the 8400 series mortise exit device, which is here, 017. Part number 11. Pardon me, part number 12. Excuse me. Part 12. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a typo. Very likely a typo. 0137. 0017. The point of the matter is, here you can see a table where the different faceplates are available. Flat, radius, beveled, and then the radius with the weather seal installed. They apparently have a different faceplate depending on the back set for this 8400 series exit device. This is not the 4500 series dead latch. They just don't simply have it in here is what the concern is. So let's take a look at the price list. So we've got the price list pulled up, and I'm going to search for 4510, and we'll get to the area where we can see the standard duty latch. The issue that we have here with some things Adams Rite is that if we search for 24-0017, oh, we're in luck. It's actually in the price list. Now, not all of them are. The point of the matter is many parts are just not listed here. So this is where we can see, again, the part number for the different models of faceplates. Flat, radius, left bevel, right bevel, and then radius with the weather strip. Okay, those are your part numbers. There you go. Now, other encyclopedic documents that are kept on this page would be, prior versions of the parts manual, any sort of information that's important to the manufacturer Adams Rite. We do have a document here called Adams Rite Cylinders, and if you're like me, you seem to need to have it, need to seem to be reminded of what cam you need for the lock that you're working on. I've placed this document here because we all know that typical Adams Rite will take the MS cam, and MS stands for maximum security, an MS registered item. However, the 4070 deadlock takes a modified standard cam, and the 2331 deadlock takes a variant of the standard cam. And I think the standard cam will work for the 4331, but there is literally a cam for the 4070 that Kava has. So be mindful. Check if you're not sure which cam you're dealing with. Check this. If it's not a 2331 or a 4070, it's going to be an MS cam. Typical Adams Rite style cam. Okay, let's wrap up this video on camera. In conclusion, as I had said earlier, it's not uncommon to buy these. They get mucked up, boogered up. They get damaged when someone's trying to Lloyd the latch bolt. They get scratched and whatnot. If your margin between the door and frame is too small, they'll get gouged. It may have been taken off and thrown away and, never discovered again, whenever you might need it. Oh, and then, of course, the last 3 digits at the end, which, let me go back. Okay, so at the end of the part number, you'll have your finish. 628, clear anodized aluminum. 313, which is dark bronze, and then 335, which is black. So make sure that those numbers are after the part number and you'll get the color that you want. The name Adams Rite is synonymous with a rather unique offering of products, meaning they have these unusual items. It's obviously mostly centered around storefront, but they've got lock sets that you can use in lots of applications, like their bottom rail deadbolt. If I did a project with a client last year for some custom stainless steel gates that were being installed in the High Line in New York, that elevated metropolitan reclaimed area. It's become, it was, there were train tracks, there were commuter train tracks that they turned into an outdoor space. So, you know, this is, I don't know how long the High Line is, but it's incredibly scenic. If you get to New York, definitely go there and if it's nice, take a leisurely stroll. But those bottom rail deadbolts, we were able to use or start with them to get the client the ability to lock these custom stainless gates in the closed position, even though some substantial modification had to be made to them. And that leads me to, you know, I like the Adams Rite book because I can use it as a idea center, a picture book, an idea book, to figure out ways to solve problems. I don't use other people's catalogs the way in which I do Adams Rite. It's pieces that I can pull off the shelf and then sometimes modify to do something it was never intended to do. Outside of it, the Adams Rite prescribed, you know, application of their products, but that's just how I use their book. And I know many of our clients do as well. Any questions on the 24-0017-022 and a 628 finish, a flat faceplate, or any other Adams Rite product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.